Well, Larry, I went and picked that guitar up for you. What do you think about it?
Well, it's loud.
Yeah, it is. It's got a lot of good tone to it, too.
Well, it's, I guess, another Chet project, or maybe the last Chet project that I was thinking of doing. And here the other day, my friend Hendrik over in the Netherlands, he sent me a message in the middle of the night, and he found this out on the internet, and so the next morning when I looked at it, we talked about it, and I thought, he said, "What do you think?" And I thought, well, it's fine, but I don't have that much. I don't have that much to spend. A little high for me, and so a day or two later, I looked at it again, a little bit closer, and you know, I realized, well, I know that guy that had it. So I called him up on the phone, and we dickered around a little bit and made a deal, and here it is. And you know, it's like, how many opportunities would a person have to get one of these when it's practically right next door, you know, within about 100 miles, you know, so it's kind of was just one of them things, and just lucky, I guess. But you know, I done the Martin, and I did the D'Angelico reissue, and then I did I started doing the L-10. I'm still working on that. And the Gretsch, the 54 Gretsch, we just bought that about a year ago. So I haven't even started on it yet. And, so now, this one would be, I guess in the chronology of Chet's early years, this would be like the second or maybe the third one if you counted the Silvertone that he had, I guess, played extensively, you know, when he was at WNOX, and then on the road with Johnny and Jack, and then WRVA in Richmond, and then with Homer and Jethro in the late 40s. So, you know, he had really, I think in that part of his early career, he really came into his own, and it was largely because of his L-10 that he was playing, you know, which was, this is a replica of that Les Paul special order that he got from his brother Jim Atkins, which worked with Les in New York back at that time. So, yeah, it's kind of a special guitar, I think, in many ways. And of course, you know, what Chet did right off the bat is he took this tailpiece off and put his vibrola on, and I've got another one here, although I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to make it an arch top vibrola. But so there's the next Chet project is to reimagine this vibrola and then mount it on this guitar to get the full effect of the Chet sound. And so I'm kind of looking forward to that. This is kind of like the end of the journey in a way, is I've kind of experienced all the guitars that he had in his early career, or I've gotten as close as I could, you know, to that sound and what that was all about. You know, we were talking about that a while back on one of these other videos. I don't think that anybody else has attempted this, or at least if they have, I haven't heard about it. But I think I'm the first guy to maybe collect all of those early instruments: Silvertone, Martin, L-10, L-7, and the Angelico reissue, and the 54 Gretsch reissue there at the Hall of Fame, and do the modification work and add the vibrolas, you know, change the tail pieces and do all that, and have them in one room where you can just, you know, play one, play another, sample them all at once. You know, that's something that Chet didn't even have an opportunity to do through the years, because every time he would get another guitar, he would put his hardware on the new guitar. And so, you know, he went from one to the other to the other. And so I don't think he even had them all assembled in one room at one time, which, you know, he probably didn't need to, you know. He'd been there and done it, but I always found that interesting, you know, and I thought that there's probably something to be learned there in all of this study of these early guitars and the development of his early sound. And that's what it's all about in the end, is the sound that he made. And, you know, the guitars that he made it on when he was developing in those early years. So that's always been a kind of a fascination of mine to explore that. And so now we'll explore it a little bit more, I guess.